people, welcome back to another episode of our movie preview and review. It's your favorite girl B. Today I'll be reviewing the movie Madam Koikoi on Netflix. Come along with me, guys.
Unconfirmed rumors that people are being attacked and killed in town, including one of our students.
I'm Inspector Theophilus Achebe, and this is my colleague, Inspector Oscar Akintoye.
Right.
We're here to ask a few questions about the dead body found today.
I can tell you with the utmost certainty that the body found on the outskirts of town is certainly not one of our students.
Ó ti padà o. Ẹbọra tí Sister Ruth dúró lọ́jọ́ kìíní àná, ó ti padà.
I can't just believe that there's a wild animal out there killing people randomly. 3 dead bodies, no witnesses.
Kí la wá lè ṣe sí báyìí? Ṣèbí ẹ̀jẹ̀ èèyàn ni wọ́n ta á lẹ̀. Ẹ̀jẹ̀ èèyàn náà là á lò fún ètùtù.
Madam Koikoi is a ghost in Nigerian and African urban legend who haunts dormitories, hallways and toilets in boarding schools at night. What did I like about this movie? They started well. It was a slow burning story that kind of piqued the curiosity of those who are in search of something different from Nollywood. I liked the setting, cinematography was good. They did well with the scenes where Madam Koikoi attacked her victims. The blood and stuff did not look bad at all. I liked how they used sound effects to create the eerie atmosphere that this story needed. I liked the soundtrack. I specifically liked the song titled Aye by Folajimi and Adam Songbird. It was so good and it kept ringing in my head even after the final credits. It was good to see new faces, but still, I'll be honest enough to say that the acting and casting was very basic, effective but not remarkable. Ireti Doyle couldn't turn up her bougie or rich wife voice off. She wasn't bad, but it could have been better. I did not think she was a perfect fit. Plot progression was not really exciting, but at least they were able to bring everything to an end somehow. So that's the plus, I guess. What did I not like about this movie? I did not like so many things. While chapter 1 was like a promise of something great, chapter 2 was extremely disappointing. I was expecting a nerve-wracking continuation. I was looking forward to a gripping story whose scary touch would linger even after the last scene. But unfortunately, they gave us a concluding chapter that overdoses on flashbacks and completely insults the tales that inspired it. First issue was the way they told the story. Their approach to Madam Koikoi's story just seemed off. Maybe it's just me, but I did not see how and why the story of Rosemary, who was killing evil and perverted men as a form of revenge, was a good origin story about a ghost that supposedly haunts 2 children in the dark. I understand that they wanted to add a fresh spin to the story, but this their approach had no logical connection whatsoever to the stories about Madam Koikoi we grew up hearing. I was looking forward to the students playing an active role in the creation of the villain, that is Madam Koikoi, but according to this series, they had nothing to do with it. In fact, the students in this series did not even know who Madam Koikoi was. I also do not like the fact that a lot of things do not seem plausible. Let me explain. After chapter 1, we were all waiting for answers. Then Baba Fawole went to the police to narrate the story of how Rosemary was raped. This means that everything we found out about that night, including how the rape happened, what Rosemary was wearing, the fight that eventually led to Bolu beating Rosemary to death, is Baba Fawole's account of what happened. The issue, Fawole was not present when Rosemary was raped, so how exactly was he able to narrate a situation that he did not witness? Make it make sense. Attention to details was not too great. The series was set in a school, but the school vibe was missing. I don't think I had the school bell ring. For a missionary school, they did not pray, neither did they sing all those their songs. It affected the authenticity because it just felt like the school building and the uniforms were props. Moving on, even though this series used darkness, red light and ominous sound a lot in order to create that scary effect, it wasn't scary at all. The only person that was scared in this movie or by the occurrences in this movie was Amanda. They used too many jump scares, and after the second time where Rosemary grabbed someone's neck, I stopped jumping. Too many unnecessary scenes, no suspense, no plot twist, no highlights, just silly people doing silly things because what was that police investigation? I found it too convenient that they were able to track all those people from 1971 down in less than a day, and it was just too easy. It makes you wonder why they couldn't find Idowu's parents. I had so many questions while watching. They concluded chapter 2 by saying Madam Koikoi would most likely come back to hunt evil people. Which brings us to the main question, are children or school students evil people? Because everything we heard about Madam Koikoi has to do with school students, but in this origin story, there was no connection. In my opinion, this series does not do justice to the legend of Madam Koikoi. It is an underwhelming and unexciting origin story. I wouldn't have minded their twist if it was interesting, but unfortunately, it wasn't. The whole thing was just really disappointing because I was expecting so much. Overall, this was not a good one for me. It failed to be a potent ghost story. No memorable characters, no real scares, no suspense. The storytelling was muddled and unsatisfying. And most notably, it lost sight of the overarching nuances of the legend that inspired it. So I'll be rating this movie a 4 out of 10. If you've seen this movie, let me know what you think. If you're yet to see it, rush to Netflix, go see it, and let me know what you also think. For you to do that, please don't forget to follow us on our social media handles. On Instagram, we'll go by e.com_official. For Facebook and YouTube, we'll go by e.comofficial. And for Twitter, we'll go by edocom01, all in lowercase alphabet. That'll be all for now. Have an amazing weekend. Bye, guys.